Hi everyone, I hope all is well. Unfortunately, I'm here to share some sad information, but the reality of the mass deportation is no joke. So basically, I will be doing this in English and then I will be translating in Creole for all my Haitians that needs clarity on this letter, if they received it, if they don't have, real clear understanding what this letter is stating. So I did have a family member of mine who did ask me to translate this for them, and I have the letter. So this letter is dated March 29th, 2025. This letter is basically letting them know that their parole has been terminated. So what does that mean? That means basically all those individuals that came under the Biden administration program, your parole in the United States has been terminated. So even if your 2 years is not up, it doesn't matter. If your time that they said that you was allocated to stay in the United States, it doesn't matter. Whatever letter that you receive and whatever date that is on the letter, that's the date you need to follow. And the deadline that for you all to leave the United States, according to this letter in the the third paragraph, no, the second paragraph, well, the mini like two-liners, it says April 24th is the deadline. So as of April 24th, you need to exit out of the United States. That's what it's saying. So this is for those that came under the Biden administration program from Haiti, from Venezuela, from Cuba, and from Nicaragua. I always get tongue-tied when I say that one. Okay, so all those that came under the Biden program, as of whatever date your letter states, that's the date you need to leave. So you have two options based on this letter. Your option is to leave on your own accord. Whatever date they gave you, buy a ticket, pack it up, and go back home. That's what it's saying. If you do not do that, then the second option is basically you're going to get on a list and they're going to come hunting and looking for you. And if they can't find you, what you need to understand, you're not only putting yourself in jeopardy, whoever is your sponsor that applied for you, you're putting them in jeopardy. You're putting them at risk. So what people need to understand is you do not want to put yourself or your sponsor at risk, and you don't want to jeopardize the opportunity to ever be able to come back into the United States. According to this letter, it's stating that if you leave on your own accord without having the legal ramification of staying here illegally and then for them to be playing cat and mouse with you, you should leave on your own accord. Maybe one day you might have the opportunity to come back, maybe in another program, or just apply to come back, or your family member apply for you to come back in a different form of fashion, because there's different ways to apply to come to the United States. Okay, so that's what this letter is saying. So if you do have a work visa and you're here thinking, oh, I have a work visa, I could stay. Well, according to the bold right on top here, this piece right there is stating that as of April 24th, your work visa, your work authorization will be expired. So please take this letter very seriously if you received it, and do not dick around, basically, because you're gonna fuck around and find out, because they're gonna come for you, because we already see that they coming for people. Okay, they claim they coming for a criminal, but baby, they coming for everyone. So be careful. Okay, because you even see they coming after students. So don't play the game. All right, now I'm going to translate in Creole. So to all my Haitians, okay, to all my Zols, my Zol family, I'm going to translate this letter for you. Cela, let's have dit, as of avril, 24 avril, tout moun ki te vini la bay Biden nan, faut tout moun retourne la kayo. Dernier jour yo ba ou pour rester les États-Unis is 24 avril. Si vous recevoir lettre la caillou, ou dit quoi ça, si vous recevoir lettre ça la caillou, lettre ça a dit faut quitter États-Unis. So get lettre qui dit yo date yo dit pour quitter. So si pas quitter date yo te ba ou, dernier jour capable rester les États-Unis c'est 24 avril. Si vous êtes dépassé 24 avril, y a météorologiste y a vinn chercher. So, yo ba deux options. Ou quitter koukotou, sans yo pa vin arrêter, ou sou pa quitter avant 24 avril, dernier jour, 24 avril, ça veut dire, y a vini pour déporter, y a vini pour arrêter. So, pi best bagam ka dou, let sa di ko sa sou kite avant yo vin chache ou kapab ou jou retourner back Amerika. But si c'est yo même qui vin arrêter pour déporter ou pas jamais capable venir back l'Amérique. So and then upon pile moun ge travail pour travail, let ça le bol là li di ko sa même 4 travail ou a expiré. So depuis 24 avril vini tout benefit ou te gen les États-Unis li fini. So nda di nou, franchement, apil moun vle jouer la, yo pa vle kite, e pa sel ou mwen wap mette le zin, wap mette moun kite sponsor la le zin. So moun ki sponsor la, sou pa kite, le yo ba ou pou kite a, en denye jou yo pa pou kite a, se 24 avril, yap vin arite ou men, yap vin arite moun ou ki sponsor la. Yo kapab vin pou tout bien moun kite sponsor la. Ok, et so m'di nou bay sa ou bay ki parle Trump nou li parle jouet a moun. Ok, so pa mette kol lozen, pa mette famille lozen, pi bon ba ou ka fe se paketi bagay ou, you know what I'm saying, retourne back Haiti. Lo retourne Haiti, go up, ok, yo di go up pou make sure ou reporte ou te kite avant le. So make sure ou reporte ou te kite. Avant ou di ou ka amoute yo preuve ou ka pa upload li pour faire yo connaît ou quitter pour yo pas vinn mettre au lozen ou yo pas mettre au liste ou pas retourner back les États-Unis. OK? So bay ça pas jouet ça let ça so let vérité lié so let of famille te voye ba moi pour me te ka li pour expliquer ça ka passé pour me ka dire yo pas jouer yo du faut aller unfortunately faut aller pour yo pas mettre au lozen et pour pas mettre si famille a quitté appliqué pour le zin. Okay? So I'm going to come back to English. I forgot to mention, it does state in the letter also, there's a website and an app that you could download and self-report that you left. Because that's very important. They want you to notify them that you left on your own accord. So you don't want to forget that piece. I did forget that in the beginning when I was translating in English. So when you do leave the United States, you need to self-report. There's an app that you need to download, or there's a website you could go to and then upload the evidence and proof that you did leave the United States. I hope this is very helpful for you all, this video, and it's able to bring you some understanding, the reality of what's going on. If you don't believe me, it's fine. This letter is real. Definitely, if you did receive a letter, I highly recommend you go to a lawyer. I mean, really, there's nothing much they could do. They could try to apply for some assistance for you. Hopefully with the miracle, I don't know what miracle, that maybe a blessing might happen and they're able to file an extension for you. But as far as reading this letter and hearing what is being stated all over the news by this new regime, they're not playing. This mass deportation is real. They're coming after college students. They're coming after everybody. They claim they were coming after criminals, but baby, as you can see, that's not the truth. So I'm going to continue praying, continue lifting everyone in prayer, because, you know, I didn't vote for this clown because I knew this bullshit was going to go down. I knew this was not going to be a good situation for everybody. But those who voted for him and now regret, you're making all of us fuck around and find out. So before you do things in life, I highly recommend people do your research. Do your research. Don't listen to what people are chattering and saying, because the reality is this is 2025, Project 2025 in real time. I don't know if we're in another twilight zone. I don't know what freaking alternate reality we're in, but baby, I feel like we're living in a reality show. This Project 2025 reality show. So stay prayed up. Let's get activated. Let's do what we need to do so what was a democracy can remain a democracy. But baby, that's all I can say.